All right, so today's Friday. We finished yesterday with, like I said, 99 in profit, which put us right around break even on the week, unfortunately. So right at 50K in the step two account. We got 8:30 news this morning, which got things rolling, and looks like it put us right into an uptrend. So we're going to be focusing on longs today. My primary focus is number one, not over trading like I did yesterday. I had over 20 trades yesterday, I think. So just taking 2 or 3 prime setups is the primary focus today, as well as trying to get some of my profit targets hit. So my first setup that I really like right here is a break of this consolidation. I was really focused on getting long off of the 20 area, but we ended up breaking out of the consolidation before retesting that 20 area, so I was a little doubtful on whether it would pop again or not. Everything looked really bullish, especially with the uptrend. The delta's looking really strong. I think we were way outside of the pivot points R1 and maybe even R2 at this point. But I just didn't have the guts to pull the trigger on the retest of that trend line, which really turned out to be a phenomenal trade. But I guess I was just better safe than sorry at this point. Ended up not getting it. And, of course, it would have been a great profit target hitting trade. But non-trade for me, and looking for the next one.
Order filled.
So similarly right here, we get another consolidation around 20s again. The top trend line wasn't really clean. I really like to get some well-defined swing highs, but all there was really a few wicks here. But I drew the trend line anyways, and especially since we were above the structure level, it looked pretty good. Again, it's with the trend, everything's still bullish, so delta still look good at this point. So I got long just above the retest of the trend line. And I really ended up bailing too quick on this once it came back down. I mean, it just wasn't the follow-through I'd like to see in an uptrend. If we were going into another up leg, I really would have liked to have seen more buying pressure. But of course it retraces back down. Maybe, I would say probably, would have hit my stop loss. I think it was the exact tick to where my stop loss was. So I ended up getting out for 40 bucks just to be safe. Kind of story in my life. I know I wanted to let it run to profit target, but again, if I just don't feel it, it's hard to get the confidence to hold on to it and risk money when I have a chance of taking profits off. So unfortunately, or maybe even fortunately in this case, I did.
Order filled.
I could have gotten a better entry if I'd have maybe waited longer till after that initial pop and then the harder pullback. The harder pullback would have given me a really good trade and definitely ran to profit targets, but I got in when I thought I was ready. Potentially a little early, but either way, we got out over break even, so safe, not sorry, and we'll try to get it on the next one.
Order filled.
So this is a really risky setup. You know, everything was bullish, and like I always say, I really try not to go against the trend. But there were a few things coming in, especially on the ES, that led me to believe we were at least going to get a pullback here. Very bearish delta on the ES, and a little bit of bearish delta coming in on the NQ here. That, you know, I don't do reversals. I try to just ignore the potential for a reversal, but, you know, a leg down, a good strong pullback is what I could see. You know, we weren't quite to the top of this symmetrical triangle, but up at the top of the previous swing inside of the symmetrical triangle, and the way the ES was acting looked like it had potential for a good leg, a small leg down at least. And when the ES started breaking down, you know, I just shorted it, knew I had some room to the bottom of the triangle, and then just hoped for the breakout. I knew if it broke out the bottom of the triangle, I could actually get a good pump down, which as soon as it does pump out of the bottom side of this triangle, I end up bailing a little early. Got a decent couple more bars down. Would have hit profit target, so it was a good trade. Just the entry was a little risky for me, and so that almost always leads to me bailing on a trade. You know, you feel that in your gut that you kind of made a wrong decision getting in the trade. So if it shows you something good, you immediately want to take profits just because you know you pushed your luck with the entry. So for the third trade of the day, redraw these trend lines, that triangle, turn it into a channel. You know, I think we started getting a breakout at the top of this. I tried to get a retest. My gut told me it was going to come back inside that channel a little bit and retest more of those wicks that are inside the channel. But I ended up buying outside of the channel. Got a little pop and wasn't really willing to risk any more money. You know, it poked back down, almost hit my stop. Then I got a chance at bailing out at basically just call it break even for a few bucks over break even, and got out. It ended up making a little pop, but ultimately never ran for another leg up. So that was it for today, just 3 trades, which was a lot better than yesterday's 20-some trades. So I'm actually going to end the week up about $300, which outside of Wednesday at negative 850, I if I would have just taken the day off, which I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the video I said I wanted to. You know, my gut told me it was going to be a shit day, and it was. But other than that, the other 4 days were decent. 300 on 3 of them, just $100. I mean, it could have been a $1,000 week, but it is a $300 week, and I guess you can call that progress. We ended up in the green, so definitely could have been worse. Definitely has been worse in the past, so I'll take it. And Monday's the 3rd, Tuesday's the 4th of July, so I think we're abbreviated trading days. I'm not going to be around Monday or Tuesday for that matter. Going to be drinking a lot of beer Monday and Tuesday, so we'll see if I even end up trading on Wednesday. And if I don't get back till Thursday, then happy 4th of July to you guys, and I'll see you next week.